As of February 15th, this is the visitor functionality of the checkout. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through what it looks like for a end visitor to make a purchase and what kinds of different functionality they have, as well as some different kinds of things to try, such as transferring a ticket after it's purchased, as well as doing a couple other things. So let's go ahead and click on the Future of Flight Aviation Center and Boeing Tour. Now we'll go ahead and let's say that today we'll notice here is the 13th. All of the tour times have elapsed. This is because obviously it is at this point 5:30. So let's go ahead and book one for tomorrow, in which case we can go ahead and book the 9 o'clock. So let's go ahead and book the 9. I'm going to go ahead and buy 2 adults here. You'll notice that if I tried to purchase several youth, such as let's call it 14 different youth, or let's say 4 youth, for example, or 20 youth, and I do not purchase any adults, if I try to add this to my cart, you'll see that it'll say at least 2 adult tickets, either adult, any of those particular adult tickets have to be added. So it won't actually let me check out without adding at least a few adult tickets here. And I believe the ratio is 1 to 14. So you have to have at least 1 adult for every 14 youth tickets. So that rule logic is in there. So I'm going to go ahead and add 2 adults. And then I'm going to go ahead and click Add to Cart. And now you'll notice that it is going to let me go ahead and do this here, right? So you can see nice and easy in terms of what you're trying to add. And I'm actually going to go ahead and click up here into the cart up here, and I'm actually going to remove the 20 youth that I had here just to make my purchase nice and simple. And I'm going to go ahead and check out now. You'll notice in here you can do things like add promo codes. You'll notice if you were, depending on what information you put in here, I'm going to go ahead and put in a new email address that has not been registered. So I'm going to go ahead and put markplus200 at ticketsocket.com. If you have a Gmail account or anything similar, you can put your regular email plus any number, and it will still come to you, but it registers as a new email. It's a good way for additional testing. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a password here. And if I want to look at that password, I can see that real quick by clicking that. I'll go ahead and put my information in here. I'll go ahead and just fill out this. Okay, we'll go ahead and click Next. We're collecting all information here for billing information purposes and demographics and all that. You'll see it'll automatically fill in my cardholder name here. And now we're going to go ahead and start typing a credit card number. For testing purposes, we're going to use the credit card number 41111 all the way through until we have 16 total digits. So it's going to be 4111 and then just 3 more sets of 4 ones. I'm just going to go ahead and select for the year 2020 January, and I'll just put in 123 for my code. As soon as I put that in, you'll see it'll show the place order here, and I'm going to go ahead and place that order. I'm going to give it a couple seconds. It's going to check inventory, and then it's going to go ahead and book that. So there we are. Our order's been confirmed. At this point, I would have also got an email receipt inside of my email. And I also would have gotten the ability for me to just print this here if I want to. So I can just click this here, and I can see what email my order has been sent to. So if I click here, I'll notice this is going to pop up my stuff, and it's going to ask me to print it. If I want, I'm just going to go ahead and click cancel here. And if I wanted to, I could print the individual e-tickets here as well if I wanted. So if I click that, that's going to show my individual e-tickets. Again, if I wanted to print those, that would print page 1 and 2 of my individual e-tickets if I wanted to. So I'm going to go ahead and X those out. And you can see here, this would be my email confirmation, same exact thing that I received via email. And of course, I could click on those particular e-tickets here and print those as well. Other than that, I can also go ahead and share this if I'd like, simply by just clicking on what I'd like. So I can say, let's check this out. And then I can simply click Facebook here. It's going to pop up my Facebook message here, and then I can just share this right to my wall with this direct URL. So if I go ahead and do this, that's going to show up right on my timeline. So I can say, and as soon as I do that, there we go. So that went ahead and shared that right to my Facebook wall now. And so if I went to my Facebook wall, I'd see this, and then I can go ahead and click right here, and any of those users would take them right back here where they could then click on that as well. So that's what the sharing functionality does. So the next thing we're going to do, now that we've made a purchase for 9 a.m. tomorrow, we're going to go ahead and look at the My Account. So we're going to click on My Account up here in the top right corner here, and we're going to click on that. That's going to take us in. We can see here we got a couple orders here. If I wanted to return back to the event list here and do some more purchases, I can either click on this or I can click on this. I don't have anything in my cart right now. Or I could update my account information if I wanted to. I can go ahead and change my password if I wanted to, and I can obviously sign out if I'd like to. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this order that I just placed today. And I'm going to go ahead and there's a couple things that I can do. In here, I can either change the date and time if I wanted to transfer. I booked these for February 14th at 9 a.m. So if I wanted to move those to a different date, I could go ahead and do that. If I wanted to cancel my order, unfortunately this order was not placed with a real credit card number. Therefore, if I tried to cancel this, it is going to error out because it cannot find the real credit card number that is on file because there isn't one. However, the time frame that we have this set to right now is 3 days prior to the tour start date. So for example, I wouldn't be able to cancel this order anyway if I tried to. However, if I wanted to, so if I tried to cancel this in any event, the time frame to cancel this order has elapsed. Cannot process refunds. So therefore, that makes sense because the tour that I booked is for tomorrow. So I'm already within the time frame cutoff for me to be able to self-refund these. Of course, a super admin or somebody in at the facility could help me by refunding that if they wanted to, but I can't self-refund it myself unless I'm within that 3 days before a time frame before the tour. Now I can go ahead and change the date of my tour up to 1 hour before. So up until 8 a.m. tomorrow, I will be able to change this. So I'm going to go ahead and click here. I'm going to select the new date that I want, and I'm going to say, you know what? It's not going to work anymore at 9 a.m. I need to change this. So I'm going to go ahead and select the 11 o'clock tour. And so I'm going to go ahead and transfer to this selected. As long as there's room in here, it's going to go ahead and let me transfer. And so there we go. Tickets in order, my order number 96A03D have been transferred. And so now I can see that there I am at the 11 o'clock, right? If I wanted to reprint these, I can just do this real quick. And again, there's my new receipt and my new e-tickets. It's going to automatically try to help me print that. And I can print those e-tickets individually if I want, but now you're going to notice they say 11 a.m., right? And so that is a transfer for a different time. And that should just about wrap up everything on the front end visitor side of the checkout in terms of the different kinds of things that you might want to look at, different functionality sets that are included within there. Pretty straightforward.